So yeah,
Okay. So tell me, so you started a week ago?
I started a little over a week ago. So a week ago Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how's
So
it going so far?
it's going good. It's going good. When I did my follow up, I think I was at 7 pounds, and now I'm at 9 pounds.
Okay.
So I'm
And when did
doing
you do your
okay.
follow-up?
Monday.
Monday. Oh, okay.
Monday. Yeah.
That's really good.
So I'm doing good. Yeah.
What do
Struggling
you
a little bit with the vegetables, but I'm getting there. Seasoning, seasoning, seasoning.
seasoning? So tell me, why are you struggling with the vegetables? Like, can you expand on that?
Sometimes I just can't, I'm just like, I cannot physically eat another vegetable. Like, I want to gag. So,
Are you
um,
eating the same vegetable over and over and over and over again?
no, I'm changing them. I'm changing it up. I mean, I don't like a lot, but I did try some new ones. Don't really care for them, but I went to that supplement warehouse and
Mhm,
got some Walden farm stuff, so
mhm,
like the Asian dressing. So I figured I would try to, use that and put them on the stove.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, so just kind of experimenting. My hours are crazy. And so I, it's hard. It's been hard for me to plan and prepare, but I've been doing it.
Mhm.
So it's coming along.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job in your first week. It really
Yes.
is. The planning and preparing is key. It really,
Yeah.
really is. And I was talking to a client earlier today in a follow-up appointment, um, that I understand that because, God gave me the ability to tell people what to eat,
Mhm.
and I know what we need to eat. Um,
Right.
but I'm still trying and hopeful for the ability to cook. So,
That's another thing is that I don't cook I don't. My
mhm,
husband cooks.
mhm,
So, because I work long hours
yeah.
or I work late, I'll go in later and then I'll work later and so he for the most part does the cooking.
Mhm.
But Sunday I prepared enough till today, and so then today I asked him to do some vegetables and stuff for me. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, so we're getting adjusted.
So when we're busy and we don't have necessarily that passion towards cooking, or even it's just how like I'm a very creative person, but in the kitchen I'm not.
Yeah,
It's just, so then that requires somebody like me or somebody that's busy to plan ahead and like be super intentional about planning. And I think
right.
most of society is there, we're busy, um, and like we forget sometimes or we can't just take that time out to just like really prepare for ourselves. I Right before running over here, like literally, um, I was meeting with a nurse, and I told her, I said, nurses are so great about like taking care of so many people, but not so great about taking care of themselves because they're so busy taking care of other people,
Yeah,
right? So we have to be intentional about taking the time for us first, because if we're not there, then we can't take care of anybody.
yeah,
Isn't that the truth?
yeah.
You know,
It
this,
is so true.
this reminded me of something that I wanted to share tonight because I thought it was so great. I was in church on Sunday and the pastor said, sometimes what you perceive as problems in your life is actually patterns.
Mm,
And I was sitting there, I'm like, of course I was in church, but this is so
yeah.
applicable for everything in our lives, right?
Hmm.
And um, so I was thinking about like we focus on the problem at hand. Okay, I might be 30 pounds overweight, I might be 50 pounds overweight, but what about focusing on what got us there? And now that we're talking about meal prepping, focusing on the patterns that we need to implement to get us to where we want to go. You know?
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
so thinking about, and it says problems is just a result of your patterns. So it got me thinking of like the 6 tablespoons of sugar I used to put in my café con leche every single day. And not just one, but like 3 of them a day. Like that was a pattern that I had to break. And I remember when I did my round, I had my café con leche in front of me, and I was staring at it because I hated it. And I hated it because I was trying to use stevia and not my 5 teaspoons of sugar. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm Cuban and I need my café con leche, you know? And I was like, okay, either I decide to drink the café con leche with stevia and get myself together and get to my goal, or I decide to fold and I just gonna do my café con leche with the 5 teaspoons and be done with it. And Lori, when I tell you, it was like if it was yesterday, it was me by myself in my kitchen staring at that cup. And I'm like, you're not gonna defeat me. I am going to drink the café con leche with stevia. And I know a lot of people that are going to be watching this is going to relate to this because we hear it every day. Okay.
Right.
And there's this thing called metabolic programming that if you do a pattern, you know, if you do something and you allow your body, you take control of what you're going to eat or drink and not let this café con leche control me, then your body will get used to it. Your taste buds will get used to it. You'll have this reprogramming of this and break this pattern that has brought us to this point. You know what I mean? So I said, nope, I'm going to do it. So I started drinking the café con leche with stevia. And after about a week and a half, I was good. And now I don't put any sugar, not even stevia, in my café con leche. I don't put any sweetener on anything. And if you knew me 5 years ago, I was like, when I was at a restaurant and I'm ready to have coffee, I was like, my sugar was like waiting, yep, more. And people would just stare at me like, that's how much sugar you put in your coffee? I'm like, yeah. So on Sunday, it got me thinking about like so many different patterns in our life to get us to the point that we needed to take control. Like we need to take control of what our food intake is, what our liquid intake is, even like other things are in our lives, right? Can you think of a pattern, Lori, that maybe, oh, look, hang on, now I gotta do this thing.
Oh, look how cute.
She's not gonna lick me because she's not sweet like that.
This is the puppy.
So for anybody that's gonna watch this, you are welcome to bring your animals to this Q&A. We love animals.
Well, so I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I love my morning coffee. So, and I enjoy my almond vanilla creamer. And so, you know, when I was sick, when I had COVID, I didn't have coffee, and I said, I'm not going to go back to it because I knew I was going to start the plan. And I just figured it would be easier since I hadn't had it for 2 weeks. And, but it's been that way for years. So it's been difficult. I did buy the Walden Farms hazelnut creamer. It's different.
It's different.
It's different.
So you didn't have the coffee and you survived and you were okay.
Yeah. And I was okay, but I miss it. And I don't know if I know I could do it, but I don't know if I want to do it. Like, cause I enjoy that, it's like I have 1 cup of coffee a morning or what, and it's not like I drink a ton of it. So to say that I will never have that again, I don't know. but it is a pattern. It is something that, I've done for years.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So let's go back real quick to the vegetables. So do you have a plan of action of how to get yourself to enjoy vegetables besides spicing them up?
I don't know.
You don't know which vegetables have you been eating already? Like,
So I eat like asparagus, broccoli, asparagus, broccoli, zucchini. I got the squash, the spiral squash. I didn't like that. Um, I tried to eat it, but it was rough.
is
was
it
kind
because
of hard.
of the texture of it or the flavoring?
Well, I definitely didn't season it enough, so
Okay.
I guess that was a problem.
Mhm.
So, I know Nellie, she was telling me ways to season too. So,
Yeah.
um, you know,
Okay.
I eat the I do eat the butter lettuce.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, cauliflower, green beans.
How do you like the
I'm gonna.
cauliflower?
I don't really care for cauliflower.
Mhm.
But I thought maybe I'd do the cauliflower rice and kind of put it and do like a stir fry with it.
Mhm.
So I haven't done that yet. So I'll do that.
Do you like
Um,
do you like fried rice?
mhm.
Okay, so there's a recipe in the Facebook group for Asian fried rice with cauliflower rice.
Okay.
Because you can have eggs, you can have
Right.
obviously veggies, you can have ham, um, cauliflower rice, and all you can have low sodium soy sauce.
Mhm.
So look up the recipe because,
Okay.
and I heard you say something about Asian earlier, so I'm thinking that might be a good recipe for you to try it out.
Okay. Yeah, I
Are
bought
you?
the Walden Farms Asian dressing.
Mhm. And if not, you can always use aminos. Here, I'll
Uh-huh.
tag you on it. It
Okay.
tastes just like soy sauce, but it's healthier for you. But you can also have low sodium soy sauce too.
Right.
And
I saw that.
if you find any Asian spices that's dry and has no sugar
Mhm.
in it, you can use that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Nellie said too. She was talking to me about the dried spices, and then she said that allulose. She said that that's like her best friend.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, the
yeah,
allulose tends to have like less of a aftertaste than stevia. And it's really
yeah,
like it depends on the person. Some people love stevia and some people hate allulose. You just gotta try it,
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you like mashed potatoes?
Mhm.
Okay. So have you ever tried turnips?
No.
Okay. So turnips is like a great alternative for mashed potatoes because you can cook them the same and it has like the
Okay.
same type of texture.
Okay.
So you can like boil them and make like a mashed turnip, or you can also use like a mandolin and you can slice them very thin. And do you have an air fryer?
Mhm.
Okay, spray oil, just spray some oil on them, put some spices on them, salt and sea salt or Himalayan salt. And
Mhm.
if you like, some type of flavored type of in your like French fries and things like that, just
Mhm.
spice it up, air fry it, and they come out crispy. So they're like a chips.
Oh, okay.
You can do the
I will
same
try
with
that
radishes too.
with radishes.
The trick
Oh,
is to slice them thin and to in the oil and air fry them.
okay. Hmm.
See, that's
I'll
what
try
this is
that.
for.
Yes, I'm going to try that.
Things that we don't get to talk about too much when we're in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's
So
been good.
so hopefully let me know. Let us know if you try any of those two and how it went. Okay.
Okay. I
So we
will
can like
definitely do that.
we can spice up your vegetable life. How's that? Let's do it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna spice up our vegetable life for the next week.
Yes.
And I'm going to challenge you, Lori, and myself, and anybody else that watches this after. We're gonna post this in the Facebook group to identify patterns before you started that we do not want to take on again once you're done.
Okay.
And then throughout your round, identify patterns that you do want to adopt and keep, which is how much you're going to love vegetables by the end of all this. Can we just say that?
Oh gosh.
Yes,
I'm
Coach Martha.
yes, Coach Martha. I'm like a kid. I'm like, I don't like that.
Listen, I'm telling you, you're not the only one. And I had to also, being raised Cuban, like for Cubans, a vegetable.
Don't you miss rice?
I don't.
No?
I don't. My husband just.
Beans?
I don't. I'm not.
No?
Well, after you finish with the program, you can eat beans, but I wasn't a bean person, believe it or not, as a Cuban to begin with. And even now that I can eat them, I don't opt in for beans.
No.
No. So, you know, I'm telling you, it's the metabolic programming, but we gotta stay positive, and we gotta negotiate like I negotiated with the
Water. With the
café con leche.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to spice up our vegetable life. We're gonna identify patterns from the past that got us here that we're not going to continue. And we're going to identify patterns that provide life to us and that we are going to continue beyond the round. And our next Q&A is going to be on not next Wednesday, but the following. So February 2nd. That Q&A, same time, 7 p.m., same link too. And I'll post it. But that Q&A, where Coach Diana is going to be here, and she's going to teach everyone how to read nutritional labels.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So we're going to go in depth on how to read nutritional labels and the ingredients, and we're going to look at different labels. Like, and so you guys can see visually the comparison between something that is like yes and something that is like no, stay away from me. Because I think that's very helpful. It was helpful for me when I was learning. So in the Q&As, we're gonna do, you know, of course, questions and answers for anybody, and like how we did tonight, where like brainstorming of how we can help you guys through the round, but also an educational piece and motivational piece. What do you think?
Sounds good. Sounds great.
Good?
Yes.
So
yeah,
make sure you mark your calendar. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do this again, and I'll remind everybody.
All right. I wanted to tell you too, Chipotle discontinued their cauliflower rice.
Did they?
Yes.
I heard it was like soggy. People didn't really like it too much. Yeah.
No. Yeah. So when I went, I just had, it was good though. I just had lettuce and fajita vegetables.
You had your bowl. So one of my Chipotle alternatives that I think is better is Fresh Kitchen. Fresh Kitchen on University.
I don't think we have one up here, you know, because I'm more north. I'm in I'm like Coral Springs, Margate area.
Okay, I'm gonna Google and I'm gonna see if there is, so I can send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, because do you guys have bole up there?
We do have bole.
So I even think it's better than the bole because bole has hidden sugars in their food.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said be careful about bole.
Yeah. So I'll find out a good one for you and send it
Okay.
to you, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
I'm looking right now, but I'll
But
text.
that's okay. I was, I knew I was going to be out that day. And so I was like, I don't want to like fail. And, I wanted to kind of like
Mhm.
prepare, like plan, like where we were going to go for, to eat. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's a
so it
fresh
worked.
kitchen, but it's in Boca,
Yeah.
off of
Okay.
Military Trail. Yeah.
That's
To north.
kind of far. Yeah. To north.
Well, if you're
And
ever
you know what else I wanted to ask you? Like, is there anything, I know that in the little brochure thing, there was, something that we could put in the water, but if we put that in the water, then we can't count that as water?
yes, you can.
We can?
Mm. What you
Okay,
can count as water is like something, let's say a carbonated water, or it's,
okay.
you know, coffee.
So that Ultima,
The
I don't
replenisher
yeah.
electrolytes, that is considered towards your water intake, yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just wanted something with a little flavor sometimes.
yeah. Just don't do it more than twice a day.
Okay,
So with some people, it causes them to go to the restroom a lot. It has some
okay.
magnesium in there, but it's really great. So yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Mhm.
good.
And it does
I'm
count
gonna get
towards
that.
your water.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Because yeah, when I was talking to Nellie, she said that doesn't count towards your water, and I was like, "Oh, then I'm not gonna get it."
Yes, it does. So go for it, but don't do too much, because
No, I
then you
would just
know.
put, like, just a tad, just enough to just get a little flavor.
Yeah, I use half a scoop because for me
Mhm.
a full scoop is too sweet.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I am too, so
yeah.
it would just be a little bit to have something.
Okay.
So, well,
Well,
thank you, thank you.
you're welcome. I owe you something, so I'll look for a fresh kitchen alternative up there, and I'll
Okay.
send it to you. Okay.
All right, sounds good, thank
And
you.
do your homework, and I'll see you in the office, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay. Good
All
night.
right, bye.
Bye.